Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Yeah, man. Today is Monday, January 17th, 2022, and I'm going to be very brief in this video. So brief that if you don't catch it, you don't miss it. But I want to further elaborate on a post that I posted earlier today. I noticed the post was it was viewed by a lot of people. What's going on, brother Anthony? How you doing? I'm doing great, man. We finally back. Give me a second, y'all. We're finally back. YouTube had us blocked for 2 weeks, saying that I gave some medical misinformation on the last video. But as you all can see, I'm back. And I just want to be real brief in this video. And again, you all know that I love you all's comments, whether you all agree with me or not. The purpose of this channel is to create dialogue, which is one of the things that we have seen to have forgotten about as a society here in America. Because here now, with this cancel culture and this, I'm going to just say it, pussification of the American people, whereas people don't really want to have a dialogue. They rather just spew their point of view. And when you have a different point of view or different way of seeing things, they want to villainize you or just start slandering and mudslinging. Now, again, I'm not going to back down from anything that I believe in. And earlier today, I posted a video where, hey, here we are here in Shreveport, Louisiana. The real news behind the news has been, I guess you could say, called out to be a sponsor for an upcoming event on January 30th here in Shreveport, where Dr. Umar Johnson is going to be here. Now, I noticed that a lot of you all, from the comments that I received on the last video, some of you all don't like Dr. Umar or whatever. And hey, I have no problem with that. You have the right to go with what emotions or what opinions you have. But my question is, based upon factual information, what's the real problem you all have with this brother? I mean, you all cannot deny that the information he puts forth is, is profound. Now, you all, I notice a lot of people keep talking about the school, and I just had somebody even talk about how dirty his house was, which, again, this is your opinions. I welcome you all's opinions, but based upon the information, you know how they always say, don't look at the messenger, look at the message. Based upon the information that this brother gives to the black community, what outside of his information do you have a problem with? Can you all deny anything that this brother says is true? Do you all disagree with his philosophy? Hello, Miss Annie, how you doing? Glad you can join me. I'm gonna be real brief, but we're talking about a video that I did previously where we talked about how we have been blessed to be a sponsor of an upcoming lecture here in Shreveport, January 30th, 2022, 4:30 p.m. here in Shreveport, Louisiana, at historical Booker T. Washington High School. And it's going to feature Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, again, I noticed that a lot of people in the black community, I ain't going to say a lot of people, there are some people in the black community who has a problem with Dr. Johnson. And all I'm trying to do is find out what is you all beef? What if you all real gripes with this brother? Because when it comes down to the information that he puts out to our community, you can't really argue with it because he's speaking a lot of truths. So it has to be some personal vendetta that a lot of people have. And again, I don't mind you voicing your opinion long as you keep it respectful, because guess what? If you get disrespectful, I can get very disrespectful myself. But I'm trying to keep things open and have an open discussion. Now, I noticed that, I'll put it like this. I know that a lot of people are not going to catch this video right now while I'm going live, because I'm going to get ready to end it. I got to try to get some sleep. But when those who have a problem with Umar Johnson watch this video, leave your comments. Again, keep them respectful. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got no problem with going tit for tat. But I'm a little bit above that. Really, if your comments get too disrespectful, I'll just block you. You know, from this channel. Not saying that I'm engaged in censorship, but if you have a legitimate beef or gripe, hey, voice it. Voice it. You know, I don't have a problem with that. But when you go on personal attacks and stuff like that, I ain't trying to deal with it, because first of all, I really don't know you. You know what I'm saying? To be going back and forth with somebody who I know nothing about and could care less about. I'm not trying to say I don't care about our subscribers, but you know, you have a lot of people who never really even watch this channel, never support this channel by hitting the like, the thumbs up, or sharing this channel. Dang show never supported this channel financially. But I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Give me one legitimate reason why you dislike this brother, and can you deny that the message he brings forth to the Black community is a valued message because of the knowledge that he gives to us? So again, this is my question. You have the right to like and dislike whoever you want. You have the right to voice your opinion on my videos. But when you voice your opinion, let it not be based upon what some other nigga said 2-3 years ago. Somebody who probably does not like this man for their personal reasons, and you jump on the bandwagon and you start hating on somebody just because somebody may have told you something that sounded good to you. So you go ahead and you roll with that bandwagon. Again, can you deny the truths that this brother speaks? Now, I notice a lot of people talk about his finances or whatever. Don't y'all think that if there was any kind of underhanded dealing financially, this brother would have been stopped by the powers that be, or even in some cases, for what y'all saying, he defrauded the people. If he's been defrauding the people, don't you think the powers that be would have stopped that? Especially with the message that he brings forth, the enlightenment that he brings forth to the Black community. Don't you think the system would have been basically put a stop to him to shut down his voice? I mean, you gotta look at everything. Just because somebody else does not like this man, you have a lot of people who are going to grasp hold to the negative but never see the positive in what other people do. It's like that crab in a bucket mentality. Well, I don't like to say crab in a bucket, because first of all, crabs do not belong in a bucket. This is why they pull each other down, because they're not in their natural habitat. They're not in their natural surrounding or environment. You see, when you put forth a Pan-African type message, you got to realize that the powers that be does not support that message, So they will support anybody and boost up on YouTube or whatever, anybody who speaks against what they do not like or accept. So I challenge you, give us legitimate reasons why you do not like the brother and his message. We don't know nothing about his personal life outside of what is brought up in the media. But if that's the case, I'm pretty sure the media can bring up a lot in a lot of our personal lives that we don't want to be brought out or that might not be true. But again, if this man was as bad as some of you all say he is, don't you think they would have put a stop? They would have put a stop to his message, whether it be on social media or in the public. If he was if he was committing the financial mischief that you all say that he's committing, especially over the airways, whether it be social media or through other avenues like that, which is in a lot of cases would be considered wire fraud, don't you think that he would have been brought up on charges by now? Again, I know nothing really about this man's personal life outside of what he tells us. And even then, I take a lot of things with a grain of salt, with skepticism. But you cannot deny that the message that this brother brings forth to the Black community is one of relevance and one of I guess you could say, of just total importance. Because we need to know about the school and prison pipeline. We need to know the psychology of our people, why we are where we at, and how can we get to where we need to go. You can't, I'm going to be real, I challenge any of you all to show me a flaw in his message. Forget the messy soap opera type shit that a lot of people want to talk about. Let's talk about the message. You see what I'm saying? I bet the majority of you all, who will put this brother down are the biggest cheerleaders. What up, Zach Ellis? I bet a lot of you all who put this brother down are the biggest cheerleaders for Barack Obama, but not understanding that Barack Obama was the black face on a white agenda, who is a mass murderer through his drone strikes during the time that he was president. This man, Barack Obama, murdered more people than Bush and Cheney, even Clinton put together. But you will go out your way to uphold a half-black mulatto man just because the powers that be gave him to you as your leader, not really understanding that this man did not do nothing for us, but you all would champion him, and you all would put this brother here down. So again, I just want you all to explain to everybody what it is that you have against this brother's message. Now, I'm not talking about what you got against him personally. It's really us, black people, versus the other side. This is crazy. It is. It's very crazy, Zach, because you would go against somebody just because they ask for money on YouTube. Don't your pastor ask for money every Sunday at church in the name of God? Meaning that your God got to either be a drug addict, he's buying coochie, or he got a gambling problem, because your God needs money every Sunday. You'll go to church every Sunday and give 10% of your hard-earned money to a pastor who in a lot of cases might be having sex with your boys, with your sons and daughters, or with your wives, or with your husband. You'll go to church every Sunday morning and this pastor steadily begging for money every Sunday, but you right there and don't have a problem with that. Just keeping it real. You ain't got no problem with giving your church your money every Sunday, but you got a problem with this man here asking for money. And if that's your main beef with him, that's not really a beef at all. Because, like the real dude behind you, it takes money to put these messages out sometimes. Nobody pays me anything. And if I was depending on this channel for my financial support, I would have been bankrupt a long time ago, but I still do it. So if it's y'all about the money, that's not a legitimate argument. Because your senators, your congressmen, your politicians ask for money during election time, don't they? When your kids' school needs money, don't they ask you for money? So we have to put things in proper perspective and realize that the powers that be, maybe they don't want a brother like Umar Johnson to be prominent in the forefront of the black community because he's waking a lot of people up. But you all will put this man down, but again, champion somebody like Barack Obama or Kamala Harris. People who we know don't give a crap about us. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. Exactly. People who we know that, I mean, most of us don't even have a clue that Barack Obama did not give a damn about black people because he was controlled by white bankers and corporations. But you will glorify him, someone who did nothing for you, someone who murdered millions of people. You'll run with your support for him. Like I said, your pastors at your church who's molesting your kids a lot of times, who's taking your money, splurging on their mistresses, or maybe gambling or whatever. You don't have a problem with these people, but somebody who's bringing knowledge and information to the forefront for our people, you all got a problem. Joe Biden. A lot of y'all voted for Joe Biden just because he was not Donald Trump and didn't realize that Joe Biden was the one who created the 3 strikes law under the crime reform bill in 1992 that Bill Clinton, under his presidency, put forth. Joe Biden was the main architect of that bill. Y'all voted for a man who sent a lot of your children, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts and uncles, and other family members to prison for life in a lot of cases. But you don't have nothing against you don't really, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be real, a lot of it is ignorance. Because I care less, excuse me, what this man has going on. Somewhat, I ain't gonna say I care less, but I really could care not that much about what he has in his personal life, because tell me which one of you are perfect, who has a perfect personal life, who don't have skeletons in your closet. Some of you Negroes got motherfucking cemeteries in your closet, but you are down this man just because you don't like him because you heard something on a YouTube video about him. Exactly. Zach Ellis, Joe Biden making it worse. Trump did enough damage. And Joe Biden is think about it. You all voted for a man who right now is barely, I mean, his approval rating is lower than that of Kamala Harris. And everybody knows that she is not fit to be a politician. As a black lady, in her time as a attorney general in California, she put more of us in prison than the white boys did. But you all will glorify these people because guess what? The white folks in the media tells you need to glorify them and put people like Dr. Umar Johnson, Farrakhan, and others of that nature. Y'all don't listen to them. They're bad people. So again, I challenge you all to give legitimate reasons based upon facts Why you don't like this man? Oh, Joe Biden, Miss Annie. Hello, from Los Angeles. Hey, Marissa, how you doing? Glad you can join us. Miss Annie, do you realize Joe Biden has the lowest approval rating of any president in history? His approval rating right now, and he barely finished a whole year. His approval rating is far worse than Donald Trump's was. Do you all realize that right now, Donald Trump, if the presidential election was held today, Donald Trump would beat the crap out of Joe Biden right now, and you'll have Trump for another 4 years? But you all went blindly and voted for a man who, again, was one of the most racist politicians in history. Go back and look at Joe Biden's real history, and you'll see that he was best friends with some of the most racist governors throughout the 60s. When he helped Bill Clinton create the crime reform bill, do you realize Joe Biden said the only thing we can't do to these Negroes with this bill is hang them in public? Trump will beat Joe Biden hands down. Right now, the Democrats don't even have a politician right now that would beat Donald Trump in another election. And it's just keeping it real. I am not a Trump supporter, but you got to keep things real. I base everything off logic and facts, not what somebody else told me. We have to help our black man. We do, but we have black people who have been programmed to hate other black people, who has a message of empowerment for our people. We don't want to hear anybody talking about how our young boys are going from the school to the prison. Most of us don't even understand the school to prison pipeline. Most of us don't even understand our history. So we'll put this man down because others don't like the fact that he asked for money. But you'll go to church every Sunday and your pastor asking you for money every Sunday for a God who really don't need no money. Because think about it, don't your Bible say God owns everything? He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. So again, think about this. If there's only one God and one Jesus, why are there damn near 3,000 churches in every city in America? If there's only one God and one Jesus, how come it ain't one church? Oh, you'll go to church every Sunday. Exactly, Marissa. I love his teachings too. I don't know the man personally. I will get a chance to meet him, but I know that his teachings are basically on point for Black America. So I'm not here to judge anybody for their beliefs, but I am here to call people out and ask us to literally just simply explain what it is that you personally have against this man, who probably could have built that school if he would have had more support as opposed to more criticism. We as Black people turn out to be our worst enemies most of the time. The white man don't really have to do nothing to us. They have programmed to us, if you go back and look at the Willie Lynch letter, they have programmed us to hate each other on all levels, to the point when we see somebody's doing good as a Black man, oh, I can't stand that nigga down this, that nigga down that. Instead of listening to the message, you'd rather kill the messenger who had, think about this. I'm going to show y'all some real game for you religious folks. The school would be built. Exactly. The school would be built. But let me show y'all a game. And especially you religious people, y'all should be able to understand this perfectly. Do you realize in the Bible, the most popular people were the false prophets? Do you realize that the true prophets of the Most High God were murdered? Even though their message was true and came from the living and true God, They were murdered for speaking truth to the people. Go back and read your Bible. You'll find, even Jesus said, you kill the prophets of God to keep up with your false prophets who only gave words that tickled your ears. And it's been that way in our community, especially our community. Those who speak truth are villainized and hated. Those who lie to you, deceive you on behalf of the system, prosper. So again, all I'm asking you to do is tell me what your real beef with the man is. And we can go from there. Other than that, hey, I'm pretty like this. I'm open to hear everybody's opinion on this subject. Leave your comments. I'm getting ready to end this video. And it's gotten to the point, I'm not going to even ask y'all. If y'all persecuting somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson for asking y'all to hit the cash app, I know I damn sure better not ask no more for y'all to hit the cash app. If you want to do it, y'all can do it. But I'm not going to ask because I might get blow up overnight on 1 or 2 videos. The next thing you know, I got 600,000-700,000 subscribers. But it's going to be always these Negroes who say he always asking to hit the cash app. But you don't say shit when your pastor asking you to donate at church every Sunday. Every Sunday you go to church, pastor asking you for more. Pastor don't even have to ask you for money now because he got you so brainwashed. It have to come together. These others are not built exactly. I mean, think about it. You get mad at Umar Johnson or me for asking you all to support us for bringing you truth, but you go to church every Sunday and listen to these lies, and pastor don't have to ask you for no money because you're so brainwashed that every time you go to that church, you got to bring 10% of your hard-earned money to give a pastor who drives off every Sunday after service in a Bentley or a Mercedes. Half of y'all have to ride the church bus to church, but you give pastor money every Sunday, but you get mad at this man for asking you to donate. No matter what he does with the money, it's not it's not me. I mean, you use discernment when you giving your money. I'm not telling nobody to foolishly give their money. Who is this Russian name? Well, we finna block you, Mr. Russian. We finna block you right now. I ain't putting you in timeout. I'm finna block your ass, straight up. But anyway, I'm getting ready to end this video, but I just said this to say this. Don't be so quick to judge, because when you're pointing one finger, guess what? There's 3 more pointing back at you. You have to ask yourself, what are you doing for the furtherment, the advancement of us colored people, as opposed to judging somebody who has a message, a very relevant message for our people. This man has a relevant message for our people. And just because you heard other people say something about him, you choose to jump on the bandwagon. But Negroes that don't give a damn about you, from your preachers, your politicians, y'all support them wholeheartedly. Y'all get mad at Umar Johnson for asking y'all to hit the cash app, but you go to church every Monday and pay for pastor $500,000 home. You go to church every Sunday and pay for pastor's car note. But you got a problem, and pastor telling you a bunch of lies to make you feel good, does nothing for your neighborhood. Do you realize these churches take more money out of our neighborhood than the Arabs do, pretty much? Brother Ellis say, Muhammad said, the Russian names are scam, spam. Yes, sir, they are. That's why I blocked they behind. Zach Ellis say we can outlast and get back the lifestyle we deserve. No, we can, brother Zach, but it'll never happen because we can't agree with somebody who has a relevant message for our people, who's trying to educate our people on some of the psychological deficiencies that we have had and suffered throughout our history here in America. We want to put that person down, but we'll sit up here and praise Barack Obama, who did not give a damn about you. How come y'all don't get on Obama like y'all do, or like y'all do Farrakhan or Dr. Umar Johnson, when their messages are more relevant to the black community than anything Barack Obama ever said? Barack Obama never really even acknowledged us as people. Notice he always say people of color, which includes the Arabs, the Hispanics, the Asians. He never did nothing for us, but y'all will go blindly, hard in the paint for somebody who never gave a damn about you, does not give a damn about you, does not care about your living condition or the progression of our people. And again, I'm not here to champion Umar Johnson, but I am here to ask a question. What legitimate beef do you have with his message? You can have any beef you want with him personally, but what about the message? This is why they killed Jesus, because of his message, not who he was, but because of his message. They scandalize it. The same thing that you all make up with, excuses you all make up for not liking people like Farrakhan, or other brothers like that, and Brother Johnson. The same excuses that you all make up for not liking him. Don't y'all think they had those same excuses for Jesus? This is what allowed them to crucify him. Hey, Brother Lawrence, how you doing? He stole that. That's all. He stole that is all he did. Obama did nothing. Obama did a lot for the bankers. He did a lot for the corporations. He did a whole hell of a lot for the military-industrial complex. But what did he do for black people? But Negroes will run around and champion a half-breed Negro who done nothing for us. Just keeping it real. Hey, thank y'all for joining this this broadcast of The Real News Behind the News. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Please hit that like, the share button if you decide to help us financially. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever. But please, leave your comments. If you come in late after this video is over with, leave your comments as to why. What would have happened if black people would have stoked the Capitol that day? That should have showed us we need to come together like the rich, powerful black people need to sacrifice and buy out. That's a whole different story, Zach, because I'm going to show y'all some real game. Do y'all realize January 6th was a false flag? Do y'all realize that the FBI and other federal agencies stoked that shit up on January 6th? I'm not going to talk about it too much because this is another topic that YouTube would block me for. I got to find a platform. I'm thinking about going to Rumble or other platform that will allow me to speak freely. But there's a lot I cannot really talk about in great detail in order to keep this channel going. So I'm not going to talk about certain things right now because I got to go 90 days without getting another strike. And I'm pretty sure somebody's going to try to report this video, but there's nothing that YouTube can give me another strike on this video because I have not violated any community standards. All I'm doing is asking a simple question. What's your beef with this brother, Umar Johnson? And is your beef based upon your direct knowledge of his personal life, or you just don't like him and his message? So we got new comments. Thank you. We need more Malcolm X's. We need more Dr. Kings, Malcolm X's, Marcus Garvey's, Muhammad Ali's, We Dick Gregory's. We need a lot of more black men who are willing to sacrifice everything to put the truth out there for our people. Because you got to realize everybody's not going to accept the truth. A lot of us are comfortable with lies because the lies make us feel good. The lies make us feel good about our insignificant little selves and never look at the bigger picture for us collectively. Most of us look at life where as I got mine, you all get yours, and never look at what can I do to help those who are left behind in the hood. That's why I do what I do. The Hood News, the Hood Reporter, bringing you all the real news behind the news. So hey, y'all, hit that like button, hit that share button. Make sure that you're subscribed. Also, hit the Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever. Support this channel by sharing the message that we bring forth. So y'all see me tomorrow. Y'all be blessed.